Welcome to a reading for the week of February 10th. 2025 is flying by. We'll get a little energy for the week ahead, see what we can look forward to, see what the beginning of the week looks like versus the end, and kind of see what's coming up, what we can prepare for the week of February 10th. There's going to be a full moon this week. It's going to be a great time to see what kind of projects have been completed or are coming to a completion, or things that are coming to fruition, times to celebrate, times to be social. All right, so for the week of February 10th, what do we have? Six of Wands in reverse, Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, interesting. Let's get into it. So the week of February 10th looks like we might have some challenges. It could start off feeling pretty unsuccessful. You might be starting the week feeling tired, or like you have not succeeded with everything that you want to get done, or have been doing or strive to do over the weekend. Things might feel kind of like overwhelming. You could run into some news that like something didn't work out the way that you were hoping for in some area of life, work, relationships, and what a kicker to start the week off. But it's looking good through the rest of the week as we end on the Four of Cups in reverse. But first energy here is the Six of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands is about victory, overcoming, success, recognition, right? So when we see it in reverse, this could be a time where you've shown up and done a lot of work or put in a lot of effort, and maybe you were expecting to see a certain result. The Six of Wands in reverse is it just might not be coming to fruition, or maybe it was completed, but people aren't recognizing you for the hard work that you've done, or maybe you've put in an application for a new job and you haven't heard back, right? So there's something that kind of fell through this with this vibe. But don't worry, like the universe always has your back. So if something isn't turning out the way that you want, or if you're feeling unsuccessful, unrecognized, know that it's like always happening for you, not to you. So Five of Pentacles, it could leave you feeling really out in the cold. If you were applying or hoping to get a job that you didn't get, this could be like feeling financially destitute. I mean, hopefully not destitute, but this could be feeling left out. It could also be in relationship to, or in reference to relationships as well. You could be feeling like left out in the cold. Maybe this is something that didn't work out, or you're having arguments or a tough time working things out in a personal relationship with family or home. There's a vibe this week about something not working out, and it really kind of helping you see where you're feeling lack, specifically with material items around home, finances, material value, or your personal value, right? And that all leads us to understanding like where and how we are thinking about ourselves and our outlook on life. So the benefit of both of these, of facing rejection, of things not working out, and of feeling like really left out in the cold, is like, where are you sourcing your joy? Where are you sourcing your self-empowerment? Where are you self-soothing, and how are you self-soothing to get you through times that just don't work out? And sometimes things don't work out in the way that we thought that they would, and we feel really bummer about it, and it only leads us to some place that's like 1,000 times better for us in the long run, that our minds couldn't articulate or think about or see, but the universe has in store for us. So the Four of Cups in reverse says, however this might have been disappointing for you, you're gonna come out of it at the end of the week. There's a feeling here of like resolving to not feel disappointed, or resolving to not feel down in the dumps, right? Coming out of apathy or depression or melancholy. The Four of Cups is about just being full of too many emotions. We can't digest so much. We're like full. There's like full cup here being given to you, and you just like don't have room for it. Over it. I actually haven't seen that note on her sweatshirt there. She's like over it. So I love seeing this for us in the reverse here with these first two cards, as things might feel challenging, or as we're facing a week that could be just throwing us a couple of curveballs, or maybe you've seen these coming. Maybe you know that this is coming. What I love for us is that the week is also including this resolution to whatever isn't working out. There's like a digestion of emotion, a real like coming to Jesus moment of like, okay, this is what's going on, and how can I actually make the best of it? We're going to make this short and sweet. Let's see, like, what are the blessings of this week? What can we really lean into, look forward to? We'll pull one card for blessings and one card for challenges. So what is coming up this week that is just absolutely something you can look forward to, something the universe wants to let you know is like for you, with you, for your benefit? And we'll also go ahead and look at a challenge that's coming up this week. All right, let's look at the good stuff first. So what can we expect this week? Oh, love this. So especially if something didn't work out, like in work specifically, the Daughter of Pentacles as a blessing this week is like new starts, embarking on a new journey, and like not just like seeing a new application for a job you're interested in, but actually like getting the job, starting the job, right? The Daughter of Pentacles is about new beginnings, new opportunities, but it's like really engaging in them. It's starting to look around. It's new energy. You're excited about a whole new path, or there's like a new opportunity that you're already starting to engage in. Can also talk about kids. It's very like innocent, naive. There's an energy here throughout the week of like, okay, great, maybe things didn't work out the way that you thought that they would, or the way that you were hoping for, but this Daughter of Pentacle card as something where being blessed by this week, or a benefit of this week, is like, watch out for the ways that the universe has your back and is encouraging you to look at entirely new ways that you wouldn't have thought of before to step into work or to like a material advance, and see where that takes you. That's really exciting. I'm curious to see how that works out for us this week. Something we can avoid or know is coming up that could be a challenge for us. The Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Cups in reverse. Be careful of what you're focusing on as you move through disappointments. Five of Cups in reverse says there could be a potential that instead of feeling like resolved and emotions digested and feeling like resolved and moving forward from disappointments, you could be really focusing on the lack, on the cups that have spilled, on what you don't have, and being stuck in that emotional turmoil. So know that there's a potential for that this week. And I love seeing this card here because the universe is really giving us a heads up. Like, hey, if you are someone to wallow, or if there are things that are really hard, you can go ahead and prep yourself for this, right? Like, if you know that you're going to fall into like despair, give yourself a really soft landing place, right? Like, maybe you front load your work at the beginning of the week. So come Friday, if you know that that's like an exhausting time of the week for you, sometimes as I was working full time all the time, it really was a day that I just knew like I wasn't going to go out on Friday evening. I was going to give myself that soft cushion to fall into relaxation and refueling by myself, so that through the weekend I could be present and foremost. I knew that like when I would go out, or if I would see friends, it was oftentimes I was just like exhausted, burnt out. So this is saying like, give yourself that soft cushion to feel your feelings this week and not get caught up in staying with them. Surround yourself with friends who understand you or who lift you up, or give yourself that special experience of like, you know, going to a hot tub somewhere, or taking yourself out for your favorite meal, right? Give yourself some love here. That's what I'm trying to say. Really give yourself some self-care. The universe is saying there could be a tendency this week to kind of be focusing on the things that aren't going well, especially as we see that there could be some curveballs here and that nothing is wrong. I kind of love seeing tarot show us like what's coming up and if it's challenging, because then we can say like, okay, it's in the stars, right? We're not like, there's no punishment here. There's nothing that I'm doing wrong. It's kind of just the flavor of the day. And we all have challenges sometimes, and we can prepare for them more ahead of time if we kind of get a sense or an inkling that things might be challenging. So what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Stock it up this week, or whatever it is that brings you joy or a little bit of comfort and kind of gets you through anything, helps lift your spirits. Okay, let's get a card for what kind of the beginning half of the week will look like, and a card for the second half of the week. Kind of like a timeline here. One for sort of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday vibe, and then one as we kind of move into the second half of the week. 10 of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Ooh, okay, interesting. Also, I love this deck. So as we start the week, you could be I'm really getting one of two things. You could be feeling a lot of overwhelm, just like not understanding how to deal with something, really feeling like it's too much and you give up. The 10 of Wands in reverse can either be overcoming burnout or succumbing to it. So again, just be wary and prep yourself this week for challenges at the beginning of the week, or letdowns, or things that just might not be going your way. And know that like you have help. That's really the message with the 10 of Wands, is you can't do it all yourself. It's a card of burnout. It's also a card of success. The 10s are always a card of success. It's about completion. It's about coming to the end of a cycle. You've worked really hard for something. It's the culmination of something that you've worked really hard to do and put a lot of effort into. And traditionally, the 10 of Wands card is someone who is so burdened. They've like prepped all of their harvest that they have created, and they are bringing it in to sell at the market. And it's literally like they are bent over with the weight of their harvest. So it's overwhelming. It's a huge, huge burden. And it's a burden of their success, of what they have to bring to the table, right? When we see the 10 of Wands in reverse, we've really learned to either get help. We've either learned how to relieve our burden and carry forward so that we're not like doing this by ourselves, and we are resourced and we still are carrying like, you know, our crop to the farmer's market, but we've got friends to help us, or we're doing it in batches so it's not bringing our back. Or we've like doubled down on doing it alone and are feeling exceptionally overwhelmed. So make sure that you're in camp one, because you get to choose. You get to choose. Come the end of the week, there could be ways that communication goes off, or you might not be feeling particularly like savvy with your words. You might not know how to communicate in a way that feels very loving or kind. The Queen of Swords is an exceptional character, but she can be, God, I want to say ruthless. I actually love the Queen of Swords. Like, she's logical, but she also knows how to speak from the heart. And so when we see her in reverse, it's like on sort of like the negative end of the spectrum. How is she not resourced, right? Is she not speaking up enough? Is she speaking up too much? Is she not saying enough that needs to be said? Or is she saying so much with so much truth that like it's cutting to other people, right? So be very careful through the end of the week here. It's a week to be very like ginger with your actions, your words, and really like your self-care. It's like the more that we are resourced personally, the more that we really fill our own cups, the more that we take care of ourselves, the more that we really understand like how to self-resource and feel really good ourselves, we're able to show up in the world with others, in our lives, in what we do, in a way that's like supportive of others and like our best selves and our best life. So it's really a week to be self-care forward and take care of yourself. Give yourself like all of the boundaries. Like if you need more rest, if you need a day off, it's a good week to take it. And be like, you know, journal, get out your journal, process whatever you need to kind of get through a time that's going to feel a lot better for you through the week. And one card is sort of like an overall general vibe. The Sun in reverse. Oh, doubling down. So the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's the happiest card in the deck because it's just the most vibrant, the most expressive. Like there's so much internal light and happiness and vitality and creativity and expansion here that you're like not only fueling yourself, but you're fueling others. And when we see it in reverse, happiness is on the table, but it could be that you need to attend to a couple of things first before you really feel vulnerable enough, safe enough to be your fully expressed self. This is actually really beautiful because the Sun is here, right? Like happiness, joy, fulfillment is here on the board. And this week is about finding it. You're going to have to just effort for it a little bit this week. It's not just going to be sort of given to you. This is a true, how do I say this? This is a true week of like self-sourcing how you feel your best this week. It's about doubling down on your self-care practices and doubling down on like what makes you happy, and don't skip those things this week. So if you love a dance class you go to, but you don't always have the time to go, make every effort to go, right? If you usually eat really well, but things are really busy and you've like fallen off your diet and you're feeling really badly about yourself and how it leaves you out of like, diet meetings or something. I don't know. One example, right? Make sure that you like source all of the healthy food on Sunday or meal prep. Like don't skip it this week. Set yourself up for success. And this is going to be a really awesome week because nothing feels better than overcoming challenges. So there are challenges here, but there's also really beautiful openings for resolving and for feeling good. And there's also opportunity for like falling into the abyss of how things haven't worked out. So what are you gonna choose? And nothing feels better than the empowerment of having a really bummer moment and choosing happiness and choosing to step into joy anyway, regardless of your circumstances. And do I say that lightly in the current times we are having? No, I do not. But we have that option. We have that option to not let anyone steal your joy. And that's going to be the heart of this week as you walk through whatever's coming to you. And hopefully like maybe this isn't your reading. Maybe this is like a story or a for someone else. Like maybe you have the week of your life this week, but if you are watching this and this message is for you, be prepped, like prep yourself, like get yourself ready with so much self-care and so much self-love and so much resting up, like readiness to see the good in life, regardless of circumstances. Be ready in each and every instance to say, nothing happens to me, it happens for me. And you will come out so strong, feeling like the absolute best. So I'll leave it at there. Have a fabulous week, and we'll catch you next week.